All right, for years we had to listen to the Republicans and some Democrats talk about Joe Biden and the different ways he's showing he's getting old, um, which were legitimate, but I still think he could have done just fine. Either way, Kamala is our girl. Kamala will kick ass, and she is an amazing, amazing woman, amazing president. She has accomplished a lot in her life. Everyone likes to paint ugly pictures of the Democrats more than anything. And it's mainly political based garbage. You have the contradiction in life, like Donald Trump, very, very good friends with the Clintons, like best friends with Bill Clinton. The Clintons were at all three of his weddings. And he did nothing but brag about the job Bill Clinton did as president and talked about how amazing of a president, Hillary Clinton would be, and how she was an amazing, amazing Secretary of State, an amazing First Lady, and a great wife. And he did interviews. He's on camera bragging about them. And then as soon as the political switch flipped and he became a Republican, it's kind of like Kamala Harris turning black. He turned into a Republican. He also turned into a, pro-life, anti-schmortion guy, where there is testimony all the way back to certain children that he spent time with, when, one in particular was concerned about being pregnant. He threw money at her after smacking her around a little bit, and told her to get one. So I know he's a fan, but it's okay because, it's only facts of the past that people refuse to look at when making their decisions to, destroy the rights of women for the entire future in this country because, they bought that color hat. The logic has left these conversations, and that's probably the scariest thing in the world to me because the stuff this man has done has been out in the open since the 80s, since the 70s. He's known for this stuff. This isn't stuff that just came up since his political aspirations. This has been around for a while. So all of you who are making it into a Democratic conspiracy and everyone's after the presidential, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with who this man is and who he has always been. That's not new to him either. He's always done this stuff, and there are records upon records upon records. All you have to do is give a crap enough to look, because it is all there, with evidence backing it all up. But instead, otherwise intelligent people are ignoring all of that because he says it's all a setup. Because he says they're all after me, poor me, I'm the victim. Because he says so. That's all he has, is his promise that, no, really, it's all fake. And you're believing him. You're believing him without questioning. You're 100% believing him, and you're believing him so much that you are risking the rights and freedoms of your kids, your daughters especially, and your sons, because 18 to 30 is mandatory military. You're betting all of that on your belief in a lifelong con man. Literally a lifelong con man. How do you not even get curious to look into his past? I mean, isn't there one night you're sitting around going, God, there's a lot of people accusing this guy of stuff. Maybe he is kind of a schmuck. You never even had that thought cross your mind? Why not? You're America first, right? You're a patriot. You love this country that much where you didn't even bother to get curious whether or not any of the allegations against him were true. You just, because he said so, took him at his word. All these people that are accusing him of stuff took him at his word too. the 4,800 plus lawsuits he was a part of, that he was sued for not paying employees, for assaulting people, for putting them out of business, all those lawsuits were people who took him at his word because he was Donald Jackass Trump. Every one of those lawsuits represents a person who took him at his word. Now, you could say all you want, well, if you own all these companies, of course you're going to get sued. Well, you're going to get sued a hell of a lot more if you're using those companies to screw people over every step of the way. And that's what he's done. Every freaking time. For Christ's sakes, there is a Hispanic soldier who was smartered at a military base, who he made a big deal on camera about paying for her funeral. And when the bill for the funeral came in at $60,000, he ordered Mark Meadows not to pay it, and bitched and complained and threw a fit. And he even said, it doesn't cost $60,000 to bury a effing Mexican. And then he told Mark Meadows not to pay the bill. This is a military member whose parents were illegal and got their citizenship, saying thank you by putting her life on the line and joining the military, which is more than not only no one in Donald Trump's family did for 150 years. Donald Trump didn't do. The manly man, diaper-wearing hero that you all find more important than God himself. Where's the logic in any of this? At what point are you going to look at this big picture and go, wow, how the hell could I have liked that flavor Kool-Aid? I mean, like, seriously. Just step back and look. The evidence is there. The truth is right in front of your face. But you're taking his word for it. Long time ago, my grandfather told me, brilliant man, hero of mine, Mike, if you meet 10 people in a day and 9 of them are assholes, go home and look in the mirror. Trump doesn't own a mirror. When he was asked if he ever had to confess being such a devout Christian, he said, confession? I've never done anything wrong. His answer to that question. I've never done anything wrong to confess for. Really, people? That's your guy. The guy who knows more about terrorists than generals, the guy who knows more about drone technology than the people who invented the drone, the guy who knows more about the healthcare system than everyone in the healthcare system. More than that, the guy who knows about dangerous pandemics that could kill hundreds of thousands of people. So there's a specialty group of scientists that have been studying this stuff their entire lives at the ready to help if, God forbid, any pandemic came up. But because he knew more of that, he fired all those people when he took office, right before COVID came in. The plan of how to deal with it, exactly step by step what to do, these plans were rehearsed by experts, by scientists, by people who know. Oh wait, Donald Trump knows more than them. He fired everybody that knew how to handle the pandemic. And a lot of people died because of it. Because he doesn't know more than them. He doesn't know more than your 5th grader. Get that through your head. Your stable genius isn't stable, and he's not a genius. He's a con man, and you're still believing every word he says. So where's your mirror? Just saying. Stay diligent, stay educated, and be kind. We're all in this together.